has kept me. He has kept me from all evil. With my mind stayed on Jesus. Church, it's another day that the Lord has kept me. And I'm so glad. Yes, I'm so glad. Yes, I'm so glad. He has kept me from all evil. Oh, with my mind stayed on Jesus. It's another day that the Lord has kept me. And I'm so glad. Yes, I'm so glad. He has kept me from all evil. Oh, with my mind stayed on Jesus. It's another day that the Lord has kept me. And I'm so glad. Yes, I'm so glad. Yes, I'm so glad. He has kept me from all evil. Oh, with my mind stayed on Jesus. It's another day that the Lord has kept me. And I'm so glad. Yes, I'm so glad. Yes, I'm so glad. He has kept me from all evil. Oh, with my mind stayed on Jesus. It's another day that the Lord has kept me. Praise the Lord, everybody. If you're happy and you know it, shout hallelujah. Bless God for his goodness. We bless the Lord for being back in the house of prayer. You were turning in your Bibles to Exodus chapter 15. Thank God for another international Holy Convocation of the Churches of our Lord Jesus Christ in Orlando, Florida this past week, week before last weekend. And thank God for how He allowed my family and I to travel there safely, having some time to get some rest and relaxation and fellowship with a few saints. We just thank God for all that He is. Thank God for being back in this house. Again, as it is not commonly known, each year our pastors are appointed back to their local congregation or by selection of bishop or the apostle sends him somewhere else. So we just thank God that we're here again, back in the house of prayer, ready to do those things that God has so called us to do. I have a very intriguing message that I need us to consider today. And as we go to Exodus chapter 15, you look there with me. The word of God, as we start reading verse number 1. And the word of the Lord reads, Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord, and spake, saying, I will sing unto the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and the rider hath he thrown into the sea. The Lord is my strength and song, and he is become my salvation. He is my God, and I will prepare him a habitation. My father's God, and I will exalt him. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Pharaoh's chariots and his hosts hath he cast into the sea. His chosen captains also are drowned in the Red Sea. The depths have covered them. They sank into the bottom as a stone. Thy right hand, O Lord, has become glorious in power. Thy right hand, O Lord, has dashed in pieces the enemy. And in the greatness of thine excellency thou hast overthrown them that rose up against thee. Thou sentest forth thy wrath, which consumed them as stubble. And with the blast of thy nostrils the waters were gathered together, the flood stood upright as an heap, and the depths are congealed in the heart of the sea. The enemy said, I will pursue, I will overtake, I will divide the spoil. My lust shall be satisfied upon them. I will throw my sword. My hand shall destroy them. Thou didst blow with thy wind, and the sea covered them. They sank as a lead in the mighty waters. Who is like unto thee, O Lord, among the gods? Who is like thee, glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, doing wonders? Thou stretchest out thy right hand, the earth swalloweth them. Thou in thy mercy hast led forth the people which thou hast redeemed. Thou hast guided them in thy strength unto thy holy habitation. The people shall hear and be afraid. Sorrow shall take hold on the habitation of Palestine. Then the dukes of Edom shall be amazed. The mighty men of Moab, trembling, shall take hold upon them. All the inhabitants of Canaan shall melt away. Fear and dread shall fall upon them. By the greatness of thine arm, they shall be as still as stone, still, till thy people pass over. O Lord, till the people pass over, which thou hast purchased. Thou shalt bring them in and plant them in the mountain of thine inhabitants, in the place, O Lord, which thou hast made for thee to dwell in the sanctuary, O Lord, which thy hand hath established. The Lord shall reign forever and ever. For the horse of Pharaoh, which went in with his chariots, and with the horsemen in the sea, and the Lord brought again the waters of the sea upon them. But the children of Israel went on dry land in the midst of the sea. And Miriam the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took a tambourine in her hand, and all the women went out after her with tambourines and with dances. And Miriam answered them, Sing ye to the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. So Moses brought Israel from the Red Sea, and they went out into the wilderness of Shur. And they went 3 days into the wilderness and found no water. I'd like to pause there for a second and give you our subject. Our subject for this afternoon is simply entitled, When Praisers Become Doubters. When praisers become doubters. What I read to you was the song that Moses penned to and about God after he triumphed over the enemy of Pharaoh and his horsemen and his mighty men. The Bible tells us in Exodus chapter 14 that as Israel was at the Red Sea, mountains on both sides of them, didn't know to go to the left or to the right, couldn't go backwards because they were afraid of what was coming behind them. That when Moses began to hear the cries of the people, and Moses cried out to God, God asked Moses, Why criest thou unto me? What is that in your hand? And God commanded Moses to take the staff and command the sea to open on both sides. And all night the sea stayed on the right and stayed on the left. And now the historians and others said that it was no way possible for the Red Sea to have been used to drown Pharaoh's army, because the Red Sea would have only been 2 inches to 2 feet tall. Well, I don't wrestle with whether it was 2 inches or 2 feet, or God said in the word it was a mighty river. So it doesn't matter if God used 2 inches or 2 feet. He drowned Pharaoh's army. But that's not the subject today. The subject is simply when dancers or praisers become doubters. Well, I want you to see that they were in bondage for more than 400 years, and they cried out to God for deliverance. And God sent them deliverance. While they were in the land of Egypt, before God manifested himself against every demon or every god that Pharaoh had, God called plagues and other things to come into Egypt. And the last was that every firstborn would die. But just like what God does, God prepared a place, or he made a way of escape for his people. God told Moses, tell my people to take the blood of lambs and turtle doves and smear them upon the doorposts and the lintels. And when I see the blood, I'll hover, I'll pass over you. And no disease or no devils or no death shall come upon you. And the Bible said all night they heard the cry of the Egyptian people, and their children died. Now you hear me. And while it was happening, God had his people safe in his arms. God brought them out of Egypt. Pharaoh called for Moses and told Moses, get these people out of my sight. Get them away from me. And the Bible says that they began on their journey to the land that God promised. And while they were on their journey, they reached a place where they couldn't go no further. Have you ever gotten in a place in your own life where you felt like you couldn't go further? You couldn't go to the left. You couldn't go to the right. And you certainly didn't want to go back. But God told Moses, he said, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. How many of you know? You got to understand. You're going to go through some things in life. And if your life is like mine, there's one perplexing thing on top of another. But honey, when you get to the place where you learn to not doubt God, when you get to the place where you're not just going on emotional epithets, where you're not just saying things, but you're learning to stand still. When doubters, when praisers become doubters, the Bible says the very people who God has now brought out of Egypt, they are now at the Red Sea. God made a way of escape for them. Moses penned the song that I read for you from verse 1 of chapter 15 of Exodus all the way down to verse number 20 or whatever. The Bible tells you that while they were there, that the prophetess Miriam took with the women timbrels or tambourines, and they began to sing and dance. And she began to answer the verses of Moses about how great God was. Y'all ain't hearing me. How we can come to church and we can shout. We can stand in the midst of each other and declare how great our God is. But be careful, because your praises can become doubting. Because the Bible says that they went 3 days ahead I told you God just brought them out of Egypt, mother. After 400 plus years of waiting on deliverance, God brought them from a rock and a hard place. God showed them that this enemy that you see today, you will see them no more. They saw the enemy dead on the shore of the beach. But just 3 days later, come on here, somebody. When dancers, when praisers become doubters, 3 days later, they found themselves at a place where they had no water to drink. Y'all ain't here. And what did they do? Because the water was bitter, they began to murmur and complain. Oh, y'all have to help me here. I feel my help here. If God just brought you out of a place where you were for 400 years, if God just made a way out of nothing, if God just destroyed every one of your enemies, how can you let your praise go to doubting? I don't care what you're going through. I don't care what disease has attached itself to your body. I don't care what obstacle you're facing. Honey, you better remember the God who is the God above all other gods. You better remember I will look to the hill, but with coming my help. Because my help is coming from Bible says the very same people that echoed in Moses' song, the very same people that watched God bring them out went to doubting and speaking ill of not only God but his servant. When praisers become doubters, it don't matter what you do while things are good. We can all praise God when all our bills are paid. We can all praise God when we get a good report from the doctor. We can all praise God when our children are doing well and obedient. But how many in the midst of another crisis can lift up our hands and say, I will bless the Lord at all times, and his praises shall continually be in my mouth. Because I know the power of life and death is in my tongue. And rather than doubting God, rather than speaking ill of God, I will praise him in the morning. I will praise him in the noon. I will praise him when I'm up. I will praise him. When praisers become doubters, God gives them branches to put in that bit of water. And they drank. And they moved up a little bit further. Just to find themselves hungry. Then they begin to question Moses. Did not we say, leave us here? Were there no graves in Egypt that you brought us to this place to die? Y'all ain't hearing me. And to mind you, these are the same people singing the songs of triumph. These are the same people echoing what Miriam was saying. Moses cautioned the people. He says, you get up early in the morning, you complaining. You complaining against us. Be careful that God doesn't hear your complaints. And he takes them to himself. Y'all gonna have to hear this. I don't care what comes in your life. Don't change your tone of praise. Now, I know we think if I just keep saying it, that means I believe it. No, stop it. Just because it's saying don't mean you believe it. When you believe something, you begin to manifest it. You begin to cut those things and be not as though they were. I told you all that for 9 weeks, I fought and spent hours trying to get one piece of my appliance fixed from a suite that I purchased. And not growing frustrated, but praying that I get the right person. What I find is that when you're trusting God, not only do you have to be prayerful, but you have to be consistent. Y'all ain't hearing me. You can't go somewhere and sit and wait for God. You got to keep pressing as though you believe he's already working it out. Y'all ain't hearing me. So there I was, trying to get all of this stuff taken care of because I'm on a time limit. And finally, on the 9th week, I met the right person on the phone call. And not only would they replace the broken appliance, they got the whole appliance package to be assigned to be removed from my house and replaced with new ones. Y'all ain't hearing me. Did it require efforts and hours of doing it? Yes, it did. But the one thing I can tell you is I never doubted God. I didn't get stressful. I didn't get angry. I just stayed consistent. Y'all ain't hearing me. So what am I telling you? I find myself, even today, one thing stacked on top of another. And usually I would be overwhelmed and frustrated. But honey, today, my soul maker boasts in the Lord. I can rejoice in the fact that I never doubted the power of God. I never grew weary of what God had in store for me, because I said, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. But understand, don't let your praise turn to doubt. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what the outside is trying to bring in. Turn your pressure to praise. As the heat turned up, I amped up my praise. I started with praise. And when I reached the place of feeling my breakthrough, I put on the music and I entered into his presence and I dwelt there. Y'all ain't hearing me. I ain't gonna let my praise turn to doubting. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Because you can shout, and that's wonderful. You can dance, and that's great. But honey, you're going to have more than a shout and a dance. You're going to have some faith. You're going to have a relationship. And knowing that he that shall come will come and not tarry. You're going to have to know, I know in whom I believe. I know that my Redeemer lives. Y'all have to help me here. We're going to have to, in spite of what it looks like, in spite of what we feel like, we're going to have to command ourselves to bless the Lord. We're going to have to command ourselves to stand on the word. We're going to have to command ourselves to know when it's time for you to stop complaining and praise him. You have to know when you got to speak life into a dead situation. For murmuring, complaining people, God gave them sweet water. He commanded that manna fall in the camp. Now, here's the problem. Some of you got manna coming, but you stuck on the pots of flesh you used to eat. Come on now. Yeah. You want what you used to have. Yeah. But what you used to have can't be compared to where you go. Yeah. And see, what God has to do is he has to purge you of old things. Y'all ain't understanding what I'm telling you. It was a type of fast that God put Israel on that they didn't understand. God was pruning them. He was purging them of the old stuff. But their flesh had a connection and infinity for what used to be. So why they couldn't move forward is because not only were their minds stuck in yesterday, their physical selves were embracing what they used to have. The Bible tells the church, be not conformed to this world. But you got to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. You got to purge yourself of the old stuff. Y'all ain't hearing me. So then God said to them, after he gave them manna, he said, 6 days shall I give you manna. And on the 7th day, y'all ain't hearing me. On the 6th day, you're going to take too much, right? You're going to take twice as much to take you through the Sabbath. He said, but on the day of resting, you just trust me. Y'all ain't hearing me. And some of the people who used to dance and praise, mother, they figured that God wasn't going to do what he promised. So they took more than they needed. They took more than they were instructed. And they started up. And when they went to the very thing that they prepared for themselves, the Bible said it had spoiled. It was right down in here. When dancers, when praisers turned to doubters. Honey, if God did it for you in Egypt, if he did it for you at the Red Sea, if he did it for you when you didn't have sweet water to drink, why you gonna worry about what you gonna eat? And my conclusion, God gave them manna, a thing that didn't look like anything, a thing that didn't taste like anything, but it satisfied. See, that's what we're dealing with. The stuff that God's using to bring us over, it don't look like much. It don't have a lot of flavor, but it's sustaining us. If I make it through one more day with my mind stayed on Jesus, that's victory. There's so many distractions, and I won't be saved going on 29 years. Lord, that's a long time. And when I first got saved, I didn't have the distractions of today. I didn't have social media. I didn't have Twitter. I didn't have Facebook. I didn't have the internet and hundreds of channels sitting in my living room. Y'all ain't talking to me. If I miss church, I miss church. But today I can watch church from a living room. I can watch church from a car. I can watch church, y'all ain't hearing me, from an office on my desk. And in the fact that with so many distractions, I still got a mind to seek Him. If I make it through one more day, that's victory. Y'all ain't hearing me. But you got to realize that things are going to come. Trials are right around the corner. And we believe the word of God, the Bible says in the last days that perilous times should come. Times of challenges and trials. And I hear saints still expecting to make it out of here on a gravy journey. But I'm telling you, as people of God, arm yourselves. Because where we're going in this next season is going to be full of trials. But honey, don't let your praises turn to doubt. Keep praising Him because He's already proven Himself. He's already brought you through. He's already made a way. I'm going to hear me. The Bible says Israel never got it together. God caused quails to drop in the camp. And before they could put the, when they had the meat in their teeth, they died. While they were murmuring, complaining, and doubting God, God gave them what they wanted. But before they could enjoy the pleasures of it, they died. Don't let your praise turn to doubting. It's all right to dance and praise. The Lord, because the Bible instructs, let everything that hath breath praise ye the Lord. Praise will get God's attention. But here's the meat of the message. But faith and an allegiance and obedience to God will guarantee His presence. We praising Him and we feel good. We sing in wonderful songs and it makes us feel good. But at the end of all of that, we need His presence. We need Him to come and dwell in this house. We need Him to come and dwell in your house. We need Him to come dwell in your situation. And where we fail is, we create the atmosphere, but then we shut it down with doubting and complaining. God was showing Israel, I got you. God was showing Israel, you are my beloved. I will provide to you. And every time God tried to show Himself to them, they went backwards. Because the stuff wasn't enough. Y'all ain't hearing me. What I want you to know, saints, even if God does the next thing you're asking him to do, it won't be enough for you. If he saved every one of your children, you're going to have something else to complain about. Because Israel didn't start complaining when they were in the wilderness. They were complaining when they were in Egypt. And some of us, it's just our pathology. Meaning it's the way that we are. It's the way we think. Just because you got saved, you didn't change. Or you may not sin and do some of the other things, but the way that you think and the way that you are as a person is still the same. And that's the hard part for us, because we get saved and we migrate our character and personality into salvation, and we say, be patient with me. God ain't through with me yet. What I'm telling you is be careful that your nature don't kill God's presence in your life. If it doesn't please God, I got to get rid of it. Israel, they went from praising and dancing to doubting. Not in a year, Sister Seabrook, but in a matter of days. In a matter of days. How quickly do you start doubting God? How quickly? Now, I'm not trying to tell you all my business. But I'll let y'all know that as a pastor, I don't get any exemption cards. We were trying to leave last Friday morning to go to Orlando, and my wife emailed me and said her phone died. I'm like, your phone died? We don't have $600, whatever they cost to buy a phone before we leave. So try to get something together, get a phone. And I, meanwhile, was getting a new phone. Phone came yesterday. She went to try to have the phone transferred and all this stuff. Now they're telling us we're going to owe all this money. We can't do this thing. We can't do this thing. I spent 4 hours, half of my entire day, wrestling with another problem. Well, let me tell you, I remembered it took me 9 weeks to get the right person and the right answer for my appliances. And rather than acting out of character, I remained godly, persistent, prayerful, and trusting God. And before the 4th hour clocked, I got the right person who said, Mr. Turner, don't worry about it. Your bill is only going to be $13. And at the end of the month, you can take the old number and put it back on. Y'all ain't hearing me. Y'all fighting stuff because you want immediate answers. But what God wants you to do is trust him. Trusting him don't mean I'm going to just leave it alone. No. Trusting me, God, you did it before. I'm going to trust you to do it now. You say, Pastor, that's so simple. But see, what y'all don't realize is that's the stuff that messes with me. Feeling like I'm being taken advantage of. And stuff that just is ridiculous. But God's helping me to let him fight my battles. That's my victory. I'm stepping back and watching my enemies crumble at his feet. Not my feet, but his feet. That's what I'm telling you, saints. Stop making excuses for yourself. Submit yourself to his will. God will test you and put you in situations until you get promoted to the next thing. God will put some of you in situations where it's going to be a matter of you buying something you want or taking a trip or paying your tithes. And if you choose to buy that thing or pay your tithes, and you choose to take that trip or do that next thing, your pocket's going to get holes in them. And you will be like, it seems like as soon as I get money in my hand, it just fly away. That's valuable. But if you trust God, and I'm telling you, I'm doing it now more and more. And the frustration that I used to walk in is lessening and lessening, because even when I can't control it, I can still see God. Y'all ain't hearing me. You say, Pastor, that sounds good. That worked for you. No, I'm telling you, it'll work for all of us. Because all Israel had to do was trust God. He already showed them. Every God that you've experienced, I'm bigger than. The natural God of the earth of that day was Pharaoh. And God said, I showed you, I defeated him too. He said, just to let you know that I'm the God that controls elements and nature, I command you to use the staff and move the water. Here we are, saints of the Most High. We don't just have religion. We're not just coming to church. We got the Holy Ghost in us. Who is the Holy Ghost? It is God Himself. You walking around in fear and doubting when you got God in you. Hold on. That was revelation for somebody. Because you're waiting on God. Why are you waiting on He who is already with you? He who is in you. That's crazy. I can't wait for Carleton to show up. Carleton is present. He is who I am. Amen? Y'all ain't hearing me. So if God is in you, you need to let Him come out of you. I'm waiting on God. Stop waiting. Get yourself out of the way. And let God be God. When praisers become doubters, don't come to church. Don't go to a service and dance and shout and feel good. And then when tests and trials and crises come on you, you go from shouting and praising to being defeated and questioning, why me? Whatever comes, I believe my God's going to see me through. Whatever is, I believe God has already made a way of escape. What I got to do is I can't faint in the midst of adversities. I got to press my way through. Israel, all they had to do was every time they got to a new crisis, it's just look to Him. You just read it. Go back and read the book of Exodus and Deuteronomy. Read those chapters carefully and just look at it. When plagues and serpents came in to bite them, the Israelites began to die. And God reminded Moses, this is happening because I'm murmuring and complaining. But I tell you what, make a brazen serpent and put it on the staff. And remind the people that when they're bitten, if they look to the staff, they're going to live. Amen. Many people had died. But God said the solution was always in me. And the fact that they can't just look to me, I got to give them symbolism. I got to give them something they feel tangible that they can connect with. So I'm going to give them an image of a thing that calls them to believe. You don't need an image of a thing. You already got Him. Stop waiting on the next prophet to come through and call your name and tell you your address and your birthday. You already got the greatest. You don't need nothing else. You already have everything you need. Don't let your praises turn to doubting. I'm manifesting it in my own life. I'm smiling more. I'm more at ease. Driving here, I'm like, Lord, look at that. I don't feel stressed. I don't feel anxious. I'm not even upset. I could drive 50 when the traffic was in front of me, and I was okay with that. Usually I'm trying to drive over the cars, get on the shoulder, get past it. I'm like, Lord, I thank you. Got my music going, and I'm in your presence. He will see you through. You just got to remember to park yourself behind him. Don't let your dancing and your praising turn it down. You're going to be tried. But when the trials come, just have a little meeting with yourself. Have your own little revival. Say, look at that. Let's make sure we got this thing together. Don't even let your mind tell you, see, if the pastor was here, he could pray you through. No, don't even put it on the pastor. Don't even say, my prayer partner would answer the phone. No, say, first of all, I thank God that he is bigger than all my problems. Tell somebody, oh, magnify the Lord with me. Y'all ain't saying it like you believe it. You got to make God bigger than all your problems. Oh, magnify the Lord with me. Oh, no, he's bigger than your ailments. The very God that brought you, he's keeping you. All you got to do now is look up to him, who is the author and finisher of your faith. He that has begun a good work in you will finish it. Just trust him. Don't ever lose your praise. You can't open your mouth, just wave your hand. You can't wave your hand, just praise him in your thoughts. But let every part of you remember to give him glory. Because it's so easy to start talking negative. So easy to start complaining. Oh, but it feels so much better when you can trust him and just praise him through it. Y'all ain't hearing me. Look at that smile on my face. That thing real. You're robbing yourself of such wonderful pleasures in God by doubting. I'm not telling you walk around, oh, bless Lord. I'm telling you, just remember to trust him. It's hard to trust God and be unhappy. You know what I'm telling you? Stuck on you, but it can't stay stick or stuck. Because when he show up, when I say he manifests himself, not when he comes, because he's already present, but when he manifests himself, everything attached got to fall off. Say with me. Lord God, in the name of Jesus Christ, Lord, as there's power in your word. Yes, Lord. Yes. You said my word, if I send forth, and it will accomplish where I have sent it, where I'm pleased. Yeah. God, as his word has been administered to the hearts of these men and women, let it settle in them. And God, every person who will hear this message via the internet, let this anointing, let this same presence transcend to where they are. Destroy every yoke, Father. Every yoke. Destroy it now, Father. That your people would again begin to trust and believe you. Lord, as we now got to trust only you. Because some trust in horses and some in chariots. But God, we will remember your name. We will set up our banner. Because God, we believe that when we call, you will hear us. Help us, Father. Help us, God. Even when we do those things that are natural, help us to be reminded that you called us to a higher calling. You made us to sit in heavenly places. Bless, Father, as only you can. And that name that is above every name, Lord Jesus Christ. God, we say we thank you and amen. Amen. You may be seated. Amen.